you know, they go around the amateurs and tell these kids they're going to get huge signing bonuses and stuff, and the reality is that, you know, that's not reality. I mean, you can look at a Barrera, or you can look at a Morales, or, you know, those are exceptions to the rule. You know, most of the kids never come close to that kind of money. You know, Pacquiao, again, he caught fire, and you know, he has a country behind him, and so he's making huge money. You know, to put that in a kid's head, you know, they become so disappointed. I have a kid, Eric Hunter, who was the Olympic alternate in 2004, and he was sitting around waiting for this big deal to materialize, and he thought he had been told he was going to get all of this money, and guess what? He didn't. I went the wrong way. So, you know, he's talking to me one night, and I said, well, what were you thinking? And he said, oh, you know, they were telling me I was going to get at least $500,000 and all of this stuff. And the truth is, you know, he wound up getting $5,000. So that's called reality. And, you know, I think it's a shame that they put that in these kids' heads, you know, because they're disappointed, and they should be happy turning pro, you know. They're starting a new career, a new venture, and you know, and you know, and like I said, there's no market. It's whatever you can get, and sometimes it's crazy, and sometimes it's nothing. So, you know, it depends what the market is at that time. And right now, it's pretty thin. It's pretty thin. No one makes any money in 4- and 6-round fights, 8-round fights, 10-round fights. There's no money in that. Those are all building stages to get to the next level. So, if he's going to become anything, it's, you know, solely, you know, you open all the doors for him, but to pay a bunch of money for a kid to be a 4-round fighter, a 3-round fighter, is ridiculous. He's going to have to become, where he's going to make his money is fighting 12-round fights. And I say that to my kids as you're sitting there, and I have a kid, Stephen Luavino. He's just a wonderful kid. And he's #1 in the world. He's going to be fighting for the world title soon. So you know, that's where you make your money, or brutal fights. I mean, you don't make your money, you know, being built and stuff. And so it's hard to tell sometimes these guys, a father or whatever, you know, they see their son, you know, that he's better and he's too good and he's going to make all this money, and you're not going to make that money. It's a hard business. You make your money at the next level, and it's their responsibility to get the kid better and better, and whatever that takes, bringing in another trainer, going and seeking help, you know, it's to their best interest to do that. And some of them don't want to do that. But you've got to be honest with them. But you got to be honest, you know, in a way where you don't deflate their ego. They have to have an ego to do this shit. But you have to, you know, tell them that they can be something, but they're only going to get it through hard work, and it isn't going to be easy. You're honest with them, and you tell them it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very hard, and you're going to have pullouts and fallouts in boxing, and you're going to have injuries, and you're going to have to train your butt off, and fights are going to fall out, and money's going to change, and you know, that's part of boxing, and you know, it's not an easy business, but you're right. Every fighter gets told by either a trainer or a manager that they're going to be special, and they're going to be great, and they're going to make lots of money, and all of that. And the truth is, go back through the Olympic trials for the last, I don't know how many Olympics. You can go back 10 Olympics and go through them, and you'll find 96 guys, 12 divisions, 8 guys at each weight class. And tell me how many even won a title, and then tell me how many made money. And you're going to find that it's slim pickings. It's really a tough business. So you try and be honest with them and tell them the truth, but at the same time, you don't want to deflate their ego either. So it's a thin line. But if you're talking to them, they pretty much know they can be something anyway, because most of those kids never get spoken to, believe me.